Coming up next, from two teams tonight trying to elevate to mid-season form, Grant, and really start to push to control each game.
And that gets more and more difficult as fatigue mounts. The travel miles climb and games just tighten up. But you know, BA, you just got to push through all of that and keep playing your best ball.
And the starting lineup for Miami. They've got Bam Adebayo. Davion Mitchell is out there with Tyler Herro. Then there's Powell, and it's Wiggins in at the 4 slot. Now here's Westbrook. He's been contributing over 15 a game. Here's Herro. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Way to capitalize on the mistake that leads to the bucket. You gotta love it.
It's so important in this league, quickly turning defense into offense.
Here's Achua. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, thanks. The Heat knew they needed to add more shot creation, and this summer, they went out and got just that. Acquiring Norman Powell, coming off an all-star caliber season with the Clippers, and doing so without giving up much draft capital in return, or even a starter. That has to be considered a home run for the Heat.
A great addition. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams.
An explosive talent. When Westbrook gets room to take flight, he goes for it.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Now here's Wiggins, an aggressive player on offense, scoring around 16 a game. Herro for 3. He's in his comfort zone, 2 for 2 to start this one.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Here's DeRozan. Last game for him, he had 14. Pass to Sabonis, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Sabonis. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Doug Christie gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends. He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league. Back to you guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And it's out of bounds to Sacramento. Saric checks in for the Kings. Zach LaVine comes in for DeRozan. Miami also changing it up. Jovic comes in for Adebayo. And it's Smith in for Tyler Herro.
Proving once again, LaVine is not all dunks and threes.
The Heat have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. And out of bounds, Sacramento will have it. Yakichonis is checked in for Smith.
Substituting on the court.
Kings trail by 4. Outside LaVine. Now here's Schroeder. Not a lot of room. Back to LaVine. 3-pointer. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Ware in the post. Working on Sabonis.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Pass to LaVine. The 3 is up. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. It's the Heat. They're up by 6. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
You figured they might want to come out and run, and it's been the key for them early. They're just feasting on fast break chances.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
Dennis Schroeder is out there with Malik Monk. Then there's Zach LaVine, and it's Clifford in at the 4. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. And that one's good. Miami leading by 6. Powell surveying the D. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Monk. And a look at the stats for Russell Westbrook. Westbrook, he's checked in for the Kings.
Number 18, Russell Westbrook.
Pass to Larson. Here's Jovic. Oh, deflected. Westbrook, the pass to LaVine. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
And LaVine knows he has the green light to take these shots, and his confidence is really impressive.
Here's Larson, pounded by Westbrook. Powell outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jaquez. Off target with the 3.
You really need to take advantage of those looks because the defense won't give you many of them.
For 3, Westbrook. Jaquez grabs the board. Heat leading by 4. And it's Powell off the drive. And Powell with the stuff.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Well, not a whole lot of experience, but you watch Jaime Jaquez, Tim. He looks like a 10-year vet out there.
Yeah, B.A., part of that is because he's a 4-year college guy, and now he's plug and play. He's got great footwork, he's tough, and he has a high IQ for the game.
And so now a timeout called by Doug Christie. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Both teams deciding to change it up. Over the last 10 games at the free throw line, this is the list of the best power forwards and centers. Andrew Wiggins, number 1.
For him, it's about remaining aggressive and trying to get to the stripe as much as possible. It's evident he's got a nice stroke from there, and he needs to continue to exploit this in his and his team's favor.
Westbrook against Mitchell. Inside, stolen by Wiggins. Herro for 3. Great start so far, 3 of 3 in this one.
And this is an area where Tyler Herro is so dangerous. No hesitation off the catch.
Achua with a screen on Herro. DeRozan finds Achua. Achua with the dunk.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Sabonis against Adebayo. Rebound by Sacramento. They went to Miami for their last meeting with the Heat. Came out with a victory.
And guys, those road games are never easy. But they had a solid strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
They were so precise with their execution. They didn't make many mistakes on either end, and that took the crowd out of the game.
Herro for 3. And that's not gonna go. And so it's the Miami Heat closing out this quarter. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Hey there, everybody.
Checking out the Kings. They hear the clock. Trying to coast through the season straight into the playoffs. Now.
And looking back on that first half, it certainly hasn't gone as planned for the Sacramento Kings. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. How about Tyler Herro displaying all of his skills today?
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Norman Powell out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Davion Mitchell. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Herro in a 2-guard.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
Miami moving it around. Here's Adebayo. Achua with the rebound.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Sabonis in the post. Pounded by Wiggins. Basket counts. Sabonis has gotten his first points in this one. Timmy, look at some of the elite defenses over the years. What sets a great defense apart from the rest?
Well, 3 main things: personnel, scheme, and effort. But also switchability in the modern game is a huge part, as well as communication.
we think about defense as one-on-one, mano-a-mano. It's so much more than that.
It's 5 guys on a string.
Let's take this time to see the teams who were picking the most pockets over the past month. Fourth, the Heat.
They've really gotten after it at the defensive end, and that's been generating turnovers.
Kings trail by 9. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Back to you guys.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thanks for the report.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
At almost 7 feet tall, you gotta push Sabonis farther away. When you don't, he just dunks it with ease.
Up top, Herro. He's covered by LaVine. Achua with a steal. LaVine on the take. Here's DeRozan. Rebound by the Heat.
Well, give the defender credit. Sometimes it's enough to force the miss.
Herro, the pass to Wiggins. Now here's Mitchell. No good with the triple.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss was just on him.
Oh, determined bucket from LaVine.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
32 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Right side Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
Oh, my goodness. 2 loud points for Bam.
Kings trail by 7. To the inside. LaVine finds Achua. Achua with the dunk.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Here's Herro. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. They've led by as many as 11. Here's LaVine for 3. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. And now just a 2-point Heat lead.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Miami out in front, up 2. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. The vet pair on the wings with LaVine at the 2, DeRozan at the 3. Precious Achua is out there with Domantas Sabonis. And it's Westbrook in at point guard. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. And it's in there!
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Heat. Here's Powell. Outside Herro. Misses the 3! LaVine fires. And he sinks the jumper.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. Coach wasn't very animated in this tight game, but asked this of his team. How bad do you want it? Right now, this is all about who wants it more. So go out there and take it, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
Here's Sabonis. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the fourth quarter. Using the glass to lay it in.
Prolific on the glass. I mean, Sabonis turning that board into points.
Miami trailing. Mitchell outside. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. DeRozan! Oh, off target from downtown. Powell. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, when you're coming down the stretch, you don't want any wasted possession.
Now here's DeRozan. Ooh, the soft touch of LaVine knocking down the three.
You have to applaud LaVine's work ethic. He gives his all to find points for his team.
And Wiggins showing you he can succeed under intense pressure. A capable scorer when you need it most.
LaVine with it. He's guarded by Herro. Here's Sabonis. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
Now here's Herro. Wiggins. Nails it.
Stepping up in a big way. Woo! It's great to see Wiggins take and make these huge shots.
Here's LaVine. Sabonis. Goes again. And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that ties this game up. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
In this situation, this is exactly who you want at the line.
And Doug Christie has called a timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. How do you think this is going to play out?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
I am really curious to see what he's got in store here.
And what a leader this guy is. Sabonis demanding the ball when the game is tight.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Obviously, not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
I am really curious to see what he's got in store here.
Now LaVine fires the three. Money from three!
Oh, my! That's a big-time shot by a big-time talent. LaVine showing the clutch gene.
Well, his scoring ability is why this game is all tied up. A few more key possessions.
There's clearly a lapse in judgment, and it's a costly one resulting in a tech.
Shooting the technical free throw.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2.
2 shots.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game.
And that could seal it at the line. He looked totally composed the entire time.
LaVine. Ooh, the three doesn't go. So a close game sees Miami taking this one. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.